France, situated in Western Europe, features the majestic Alps to its east, the scenic Pyrenees to its south, and a beautiful coastline that stretches along the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea. With an estimated population of approximately 67 million people as of 2022, France is one of the most populous nations in Europe. Tourism is a cornerstone of the French economy. In 2019, France welcomed over 89 million international tourists, maintaining its status as the world's top tourist destination, generating about 180 billion euros in revenue and providing employment opportunities for millions. Let's explore some of the best places to visit in France. Paris, the capital city of France, holds a special place in the hearts of many as the City of Light. Its romantic charm, architectural beauty, and culinary delights have captivated visitors for centuries. Situated in the northern central part of France, Paris is traversed by the Seine River. The city's history, which dates back to the 3rd century BC, is palpable in the well-preserved remnants of Roman and medieval sites that still grace its streets. One of the most iconic symbols of Paris, the Eiffel Tower, rises on the Champ de Mars. Designed by Gustave Eiffel and completed in 1889, it initially faced criticism from some of France's leading artists and intellectuals for its unconventional design. However, over time, it has evolved into a global cultural icon and one of the world's most recognizable structures. Soaring to a towering height of 330 meters, the Eiffel Tower held the title of the world's tallest man-made structure until the completion of the Chrysler Building in New York in 1930. Today, it not only symbolizes Paris, but also serves as a broadcasting tower and a tourist attraction. Moving on to the realm of architecture, the Notre-Dame Cathedral exemplifies French Gothic craftsmanship and stands as one of the world's most celebrated cathedrals. Its construction spanned nearly 2 centuries, commencing in 1163 during the reign of Louis VII. This grand cathedral amazes visitors with its sheer size, historical significance, and architectural details. Among its treasures are some of the most revered relics in Christendom, including the Crown of Thorns. Sadly, the cathedral suffered significant damage during a fire in 2019, but extensive restoration efforts are currently underway, and it is set to reopen to visitors in 2024. Throughout its existence, Notre Dame has borne witness to historic events, including the coronation of Napoleon Bonaparte as emperor in 1804. Art enthusiasts are drawn to the Louvre Museum, originally a royal palace, now the world's largest art museum and an iconic monument in Paris. It opened its doors to the public during the tumultuous era of the French Revolution in 1793. With a staggering collection of approximately 380,000 objects, the Louvre showcases 35,000 works of art across 8 curatorial departments. Its claim to fame lies in housing the enigmatic masterpiece, Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa, arguably the most famous painting globally. 2 more of Paris's celebrated landmarks are the Champs-Élysées and the Arc de Triomphe. The Champs-Élysées, often described as the world's most beautiful avenue, stretches majestically for 1.9 kilometers, offering a delightful blend of luxury shops, charming cafes, and grand theaters. At its western terminus stands the Arc de Triomphe, a monumental tribute commissioned by Napoleon following his triumph at Austerlitz in 1805. Positioned at the heart of the Place Charles de Gaulle, this grand arch honors the valor and sacrifice of those who fought and perished for France during the French Revolutionary and Napoleonic Wars. Another pair of Parisian jewels are Montmartre and the Sacré-Cœur. Montmartre, a large hill in the city's 18th arrondissement, has long been a center of artistic activity, with famous artists like Picasso and Van Gogh having lived and worked there. Perched atop Montmartre, the Sacré-Cœur Basilica, with its iconic white dome, dominates the skyline. Completed in 1914, this striking basilica offers unparalleled views of Paris. The Seine River cruise is a must-have Parisian experience, providing a unique vantage point to view the city's splendors. Winding over 777 kilometers, the Seine is the vital artery of Paris. A cruise along this river affords panoramic vistas of the city's most famous landmarks, such as the Eiffel Tower, Notre-Dame Cathedral, and the Louvre Museum. The Seine's importance was recognized globally when it was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1991. Just outside Paris lies the magnificent Palace of Versailles, a testament to opulence and grandeur. Constructed in the 17th century during the reign of Louis XIV, Versailles stands as one of the world's most lavish palaces, boasting 700 rooms, 67 staircases, and 1,250 fireplaces. The gardens of Versailles, spanning 800 hectares, are a marvel in themselves with their impeccably maintained lawns, ornate fountains, and exquisite sculptures. Though not within Paris, its proximity, merely 20 kilometers southwest, makes it a favored destination for visitors, who often make day trips from the city to immerse in its historical magnificence. For a dose of childhood nostalgia, visitors flock to Disneyland Paris, the most visited theme park in Europe. Since its opening in 1992, the park has enchanted guests with its two main attractions, Disneyland Park and Walt Disney Studios Park. It offers an array of captivating attractions, entertainment shows, and lively parades, all inspired by Disney's beloved characters and timeless stories. Paris also offers a plethora of other significant sights. The Montparnasse Tower stands as a striking contrast to the city's low-rise landscape. The Latin Quarter is renowned for its bohemian vibe. The Palais Garnier is an architectural masterpiece commissioned by Napoleon III as part of his plans to modernize Paris. The Centre Pompidou is a striking example of high-tech architecture. The Jardin des Tuileries is the oldest and largest public park in Paris. The Place de la Concorde, an expansive and historic public square in Paris when King Louis XVI was executed during the French Revolution. The Luxembourg Palace, built in the 17th century, presides over the equally magnificent Luxembourg Gardens, embodying the essence of Parisian elegance. These sites collectively enrich Paris's cultural tapestry, inviting visitors to explore and immerse themselves in the city's history. Found on the French Riviera, Nice is a city of captivating beauty and rich history. With the azure Mediterranean Sea gracing one side and the rugged snow-capped Alps on the other, it's no wonder that Nice is one of the most visited cities in France. The city's climate, characterized by mild winters and hot summers, makes it an enticing destination year-round. Interestingly, Nice was not always part of France. It was Italian until 1860, when a political agreement brought it under French rule. This Italian influence is still noticeable today, particularly in the local dialect, Nissard, and the city's cuisine, which blends pasta and pizza with traditional French dishes. The historic Vieux Nice, or Old Town, is a labyrinth of narrow, winding streets adorned with colorful buildings, lively markets, and quaint restaurants. Contrasting this old-world charm, the modern part of Nice boasts wide boulevards, chic boutiques, and the beautiful Promenade des Anglais, a palm-lined promenade along the seafront. This architectural diversity tells the story of Nice's evolution from its Greek foundation in the 4th century BC to its transformation into a winter haven for the British aristocracy in the 18th century. Speaking of the Promenade des Anglais, it's one of the most iconic seafronts globally, showcasing the sheer beauty of the French Riviera. Originally built by English aristocrats who frequented Nice during the 19th century, it's aptly named the Walkway of the English. Today, this 7-kilometer stretch along the Baie des Anges bustles with activity, as locals and tourists alike enjoy leisurely strolls, bike rides, or simply basking in the Mediterranean sun. Delving deeper into Nice, we find the Port of Nice, also known as Olympia Port, a significant landmark. Constructed during the 18th century, it served as a crucial trading post, facilitating the exchange of goods between the Mediterranean and the rest of Europe. Nowadays, it remains a vital maritime gateway for the city, offering regular ferry services to Corsica and other Mediterranean destinations. No visit to Nice would be complete without a visit to its beaches, which are a delightful mix of public and private stretches of shoreline. Many offer rental sun loungers and umbrellas, and though they may be pebbly, they remain popular spots for sunbathing, swimming, and partaking in various water sports. Situated on the Mediterranean coast, you'll find Marseille, the second largest city in France with a population exceeding 860,000 people, is a sizable port metropolis. Its strategic location has rendered it a pivotal trading hub for centuries, boasting one of the world's largest natural harbors. The city's climate, characterized by mild, wet winters and hot, dry summers, ensures its allure year-round. Marseille's natural backdrop features a captivating panorama of hills and mountains, with the azure Mediterranean Sea providing a stunning contrast. Marseille holds the distinction of being one of the oldest human settlements globally, with evidence of habitation dating back at least 400,000 years. At the heart of Marseille's charm lies the Old Port, known as Vieux Port, a cherished historical site that has served as the city's natural harbor since time immemorial. Today, it thrives as the epicenter of Marseille, teeming with a bunch of charming cafes, restaurants, and shops. Day and night, the Old Port sparks with life, offering visitors a glimpse into the city's rich maritime history, where fishing boats and luxury yachts share the harbor. Ascending to the city's highest point, you'll discover the Basilique Notre-Dame de la Garde, an iconic symbol of Marseille's spiritual and cultural identity. This Romanesque Byzantine basilica, built in the 19th century, is adorned with magnificent mosaics, marble statues, and awe-inspiring murals. Affectionately known as the Good Mother by locals, it symbolizes the basilica's protective role over the city and its inhabitants. Venturing further into the city, one cannot overlook the grandeur of the Cathédrale la Major, Marseille Cathedral. This monumental edifice, constructed in the 19th century, ranks among France's largest cathedrals. A fusion of Romanesque and Byzantine styles, its striking facade features white marble and green limestone, creating a visual spectacle. This cathedral occupies a site that has been a place of worship since the 5th century. Today, it not only serves as a spiritual sanctuary, but also as a cultural venue, hosting concerts and exhibitions. For those seeking natural wonders, the Calanques National Park, between Marseille and Cassis, showcases the region's remarkable geography. Established in 2012, it's one of France's youngest national parks. Encompassing over 520 square kilometers of land and sea, the park boasts dramatic limestone cliffs that dramatically plunge into the crystal-clear waters of the Mediterranean. Once used for goat herding and fishing, the Calanques now beckon hikers, climbers, and kayakers to explore their terrain. Just off Marseille's coast lies the enchanting Frioul archipelago, approximately 4 kilometers away. This collection of 4 islands, Pomègues, Ratonneau, If, and Tiboulen, have an interesting history, with Château d'If on the island of If being a renowned fortress turned prison. Additionally, during the 18th century plague outbreak in Marseille, these islands served as a quarantine station. Today, the Frioul archipelago beckons visitors with opportunities for boating, swimming, and immersive encounters with unique flora and fauna. Prado beaches offer an entirely different facet of Marseille. Created artificially in the 1970s, these beaches have evolved into a beloved destination. Spanning over 26 hectares, the Prado beaches provide a wide array of recreational activities, from leisurely swimming and sunbathing to exhilarating sailing and surfing. Originally conceived to host sailing events for the 2024 Summer Olympics, they have now become emblematic of Marseille's commitment to providing accessible and enjoyable public spaces. Lyon, the third largest city in France, is a metropolis that rests between the banks of the Rhône and Saône rivers. Within its boundaries, Lyon boasts a rich culinary tradition, a legacy that has earned it the prestigious title of the gastronomic capital of France. Yet, beyond the realm of gastronomy, Lyon's history stretches back to Roman times, shaping its identity as a city steeped in cultural significance. Perched atop the Fourvière Hill, we find the Basilica of Notre-Dame de Fourvière, also known as the Fourvière Basilica, one of Lyon's most iconic buildings. From this vantage point, It provides a panoramic view of the city. Constructed during the late 19th century between 1872 and 1884, the basilica's inception coincided with a period of intense religious fervor in France. Notably, the basilica's history is marked by more than just religious devotion. During its construction, it became a battleground of conflicting ideologies. Secularists opposed the project, while Catholics fervently supported it. Today, however, the Fourvière Basilica has evolved into a symbol of unity, welcoming visitors from diverse faiths and backgrounds. Bordeaux, situated along the banks of the Garonne River in southwestern France, is a city where history crosses with the art of winemaking. Its Gothic cathedrals, stately 18th to 19th century mansions, and world-class art museums showcase Bordeaux's cultural richness and sophistication. Beyond its architectural and artistic treasures, Bordeaux's reputation as a global wine industry capital is deeply rooted, with wine production dating back to the 8th century. Such historical significance has led to Bordeaux's historic center being designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. As an iconic presence in Bordeaux's skyline, we'll find the St. Michael's Basilica, or Basilique Saint-Michel. Constructed between the late 14th century and the 16th century, this Gothic church is celebrated for its bell tower, soaring to a remarkable height of 114 meters, making it the tallest in southern France. Interestingly, during the turbulent days of the French Revolution, the basilica served an unexpected role as a food warehouse, a stark contrast to its present-day status as both a place of worship and a popular tourist attraction. The Place de la Bourse, also known as Exchange Square, is one of the city's most recognizable sights. The square's mirror-like reflection on the adjacent waterway has made it a favorite subject for photographers and a cherished spot for tourists. Erected between 1730 and 1775, the square was initially separated from the river by ornate railings, later replaced in 2006 by a sprawling 2-kilometer-long water mirror. This contemporary addition, recognized as the world's largest reflecting pool, harmonizes with the surrounding architecture, blending the charm of yesteryears with modern allure. In Bordeaux's dynamic landscape, the Cité du Vin, or City of Wine, is a hub for wine enthusiasts. Since its inauguration in 2016, this unique cultural facility has become an essential pilgrimage for wine lovers. Its architectural design, evoking the shape of a wine decanter, rises to a height of 55 meters, offering a sweeping panoramic view of Bordeaux. The Cité du Vin invites visitors on an immersive journey through the world of wine, transcending ages and cultures, reaffirming Bordeaux's standing as a timeless center of oenophilic fascination. Traveling north, you'll find the wine region, known for hosting some of the world's most prestigious vineyards. Boasting over 1,500 vineyards gracing its picturesque landscape, this area has indisputably cemented its reputation as a producer of world-renowned wines. Within the region, Wine aficionados can embark on wine tours that offer a distinctive chance to explore the opulent chateau, scenic vineyards, and age-old wine cellars that have contributed significantly to the region's historical legacy over countless centuries. As we conclude our exploration of France's most iconic destinations, it's clear that this country's charm extends far beyond its world-famous landmarks. Our journey through France is far from over. There are still many more places to discover, each with its own story to tell. In the upcoming second part, we'll delve into lesser-known, yet equally fascinating destinations. Before we set off on our next adventure, we'd love to hear from you. Which of the places we've featured today is your dream destination? Is there a hidden gem in France that you think deserves a spotlight? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do. Your support means a lot to us, and it's what keeps us going, bringing more awesome content your way. Can't wait to see you in our next video.